the Proheli managing director, and the other associates. Naye okusooka obuguudo buswaza ebyo byaffe tubyogedde mu Russia. Obuguudo buno osaagala kuddamu kubulaba wano. Kubanga obuguudo bulinga amatongo. Amatongo mu Luganda mwekiri mu Luganda ebifurukwa. Kati awali ebifo byaffe ebikulu nga bino n'ejjinja kye kimu, saagala kulaba buno enguudo ezikaddiye bwe ziti ate muleeta abagenyi mwandibadde mujja mweka. We are speaking Russian, which you will not follow. I really want to congratulate our partners, the Proheli, for bringing this capacity here. I also want to thank Lieutenant General Mijira for taking the initiative to follow up, because normally these ideas come, but they are not grown by those who are concerned, and they die on the way. Mu Luganda bakita okusoowa entebwe eso okutoroozya. Many ideas are aborted because they are not supported. So I really want to thank Lieutenant General Mijira, who has not aborted these ideas. Obutoroje, waliwo obulwadde babuyita obutoroje, brucellosis. Ente zisoowa nezisoowa. Ekiraalo nekitakula kubanga ente zisoowa. There is no doubt, it is very clear that where there is a demand, there is opportunity for business. Because there is a demand for Russian equipment in defense areas in Africa. And it has been like that since 1955, when Gamal Abdel Nasser bought the first equipment from the USSR, the president of Egypt. At that time, there were no independent African countries except Ethiopia and Egypt and Liberia. So when Gamal Abdel Nasser started buying equipment from USSR, Soviet equipment became quite common here. The Russians have been our partners for the last 100 years. You should remember that by 1900, the whole of Africa was under colonial control, except for Ethiopia. However, in 1917, the communists took over that huge land known as the Russian Empire. They overthrew the monarchy and took over that empire. And the communists called it USSR. They said it's no longer empire, it is now Union of Socialist Soviet Republics. From that time, 1917, the Bolsheviks, that's what they were calling that group of communists, started supporting the anti-colonial movement in Africa. So recently, when the Western countries have been mobilizing us to stand against Russia, I told them, but you have been working with these people for 100 years. Are you clever people or what? How can you tell me that I should be against somebody who has never harmed me? He has never harmed me. You harmed me. But I forgave you. Now, these ones have never harmed us, but they have also supported us all this time. How can you say we fight them just like that, without reason? So therefore, what is happening here is logical. The Soviet Union, for the last 100 years, from 1917, has been with Africa, with Asia, with Latin America, with the anti-colonial movement. These young Russians may not know it, but me, I know it. These are young people. I can see they are all young people. They may not know, but I know it. Jomo Kenyatta, you go and check. Jomo Kenyatta visited Russia in the 1930s. You can go and check. Jomo Kenyatta, our elder, who was fighting for the independence of Kenya. Now, these partnerships, like with Proheli, it's common sense. Because there is big demand here. We have got these helicopters, the fixed wing, they need maintenance, they need overhaul, they need upgrading. So, which is better, to do it there or here? Yeah, so common sense. But of course, common sense is not always common, so. So therefore, what Proheli are proposing, that we should include the Sukhoi also to be overhauled here. I support it. We support it. That's very good. But also get us other investors. I tell the Russian delegation that they should also get us other investors in other areas, not only in military, but even in non-military areas. Like with the Chinese, we work with them in the military, but also in the non-military fields. So there's no limit to our cooperation. I thank the Russian government for not objecting to our cooperation and supporting it. And I thank our own side for enthusiastically taking advantage of this goodwill and building this capacity here. Thank you. I wish you good luck.